Hello everyone, welcome. Anyway, seeing how the last game I reviewed was a mediocre open world game that was post-apocalyptic and I'm pretty sure you could pretty much guess what was going to happen throughout the entire thing, and seeing how all the missions boil down to go to this place and kill these goos and get back the thing they stole, which worked so well for a video game it held me down for an incredible hour and a half. Amazing time. Anyway, seeing how after playing that for about an hour, I decided I needed something else, something refreshing and fun. That's why I played a zombie game, which if you're familiar with the current situation with video games, is about the other half of games that are made these days. Yay! Wait, that was the wrong reaction. Oh well, the game I'm talking about today is at least somewhat different than the usual crap. I suppose I should stop beating around the bush and get to the point of the video, and that is talking about Stubbs the Zombie, which is an original Xbox game that got ported over, or remastered I should say, for new consoles and PC a few years back, which came out of nowhere. And I mean really out of nowhere. I don't think anyone thought about this game in years. The first time I ever heard about this game was from Metal Jesus when he did his top 10 hidden gems video for the original Xbox. Not that I'm complaining they ported this game over to a newer hardware, which to be honest is getting increasingly more common these days. Not that I'm complaining. Especially because unlike most zombie games where you just kill zombies, this one you actually play as one, which is really rare. Which is kinda shocking. You'd think it'd be a perfect idea for some games. It would at least mix things up a little bit. Seriously, zombie games are getting really generic. But I'm rambling and getting off topic, so let's get back on it, shall we? Which is talking about Scud. So let's start, shall we? So the game begins with an intro cutscene like pretty much every game ever made. Yay. And we start with a little documentary about the game's setting, which is called Punchbowl in Pennsylvania. And it's sort of like this 1950s World of Tomorrow sort of look, which I really do have a soft spot for, sue me. The intro cutscene explains most of the technology came from a famed scientist known as Herman Y, which as you can see looks completely on the level. Then it tells us who's funding this all, whose name is Andrew Monday, a billionaire philanthropist, who I'm sure won't become the main villain at all. But enough about these guys, let's start talking about our main character, Scud, who wakes up in a field in the middle of town. Odd place to dump a body, but what can you do? Not all of us have access to gators, I guess. Sadly, when he wakes up, he ruins this couple's nice romantic sausage-sucking thing they're doing together. I guess they're trying to be like Beauty and the Tramp, only with a hot dog. Kinda surprised that hasn't happened already. Oh well, getting back on topic. So after ruining that couple's lovely evening, a robot comes around and basically bitch slaps you. And the jock guy says that guy stole my wiener. And that a jock decides to fight you, which goes about as well as you expect. So after bitch slapping him so hard he gets a concussion, the robot lady says we need to find a way to relieve the pressure, and Scud just heard din-dins. So after relieving him of his, brain issues, after that, the robot doesn't seem to be that fazed by it, I guess is either really smart or really stupid, and offers to give him the full tour. Okay, maybe all tour guides should be robots. This one's being a lot more nicer and helpful than usual tour guides. Usually they just smile and say things that's unhelpful, or things that's completely dead obvious. After that, the police show up, and they're not too happy with Scud, for obvious reasons. However, these cops seem to be pretty stupid because they get tricked to turn around really easy, and well, Scud, well, you know what he does. He's a zombie brains. I wonder what they taste like. I heard they taste like mashed potatoes. Following that, more police show up. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Following that, Scud defeats them by farting so hard he stuns them, and then he noms on them. Okay, I wrote this scene, a 5-year-old. And also by this point, you kind of have a bit of a horde going on, which is pretty fun. So after teaching us how to shove them out of the way, which is a feature I really wish more games would actually use when it comes to NPCs. Looking at you, Bethesda. You can also make them come to you by whistling, which is okay. You have basically your own private little horde. Shit, man. Imagine Days Gone was like this. Fuck, I might have actually played it then. Sony, here's your advice. Seriously, get on it. After that, the nice robot lady slugs us. I guess she's not that nice. However, luckily, doing that shows us that we have regenerating health, which, pick your poison if not if that's a good thing or bad thing. Then she says, talk to me ready to go inside Punchbowl. I guess this is kind of the tutorial area. Alright. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop here, talking about the plot anyway. From here on out, I'm just gonna talk about the gameplay, because this is more in the realm of a comedy game, and I don't want to spoil too many of the jokes. Overall, I'd say it's worth the money. And going to the gameplay, it's got some niggles. I think the moving around is a bit clunky. I wish you move a bit faster. Granted, you are a corpse. You can sprint, but it's a bit slow. And going to some of the future abilities you're gonna get soon, you're gonna get the ability to chuck your organs at people that explode and rip your own arm off and take control of other people, which does sound pretty cool. And the section that it takes place in, you learn it, is basically one big homage to Evil Dead, which is always a good thing. Or at least that's what I was hoping they were doing. I think the main reason why you have the ability to push your zombie friends out of the way is simply because in corridors they can get stuck on things. So if you're doing a little backtracking, it can be kind of annoying. I will say for an original Xbox game, the maps are pretty impressive and huge, although there's not a ton of stuff to do in them. They're kind of just big empty places, so I guess it helps out. Kind of like the first Halo in some ways. Although before you say anything, this kind of looks a bit better, I have to say, and also there's not much stuff you can do and look at. It's kind of more basically just big open fields. Although before you say anything, this is a much smaller game. I think this clocks in at maybe 6-7 hours, which is pretty short, especially back then. Unfortunately, nowadays, it's kind of standard for games that aren't open world. Boo, modern games. But getting back on topic, overall, I'd say Scud the Zombie's worth the pickup price. Decently priced, I think. I forget how much this was. But for an Xbox original that was ported over out of nowhere, and I only ever know of it because of Metal Jesus, I'd say it's worth picking up and playing for at least a little while. If not, just for the near lull factor playing a zombie. That's enough for me for now. I'll come back whenever I think of another game to review. And I can't think of one. Yay! See you soon! I hope. But still, what am I gonna review? What's something that has a ton of potential but is completely evil that people still play? That's kind of the culture around it's kind of a cesspit. If only I knew. Oh fuck, I do.